My mother crashed my wedding to announce she forgives me for ruining her life. I, 26, have been low contact with my mother, Eleanor, for about 3 years. Growing up, everything was a competition, and I was always losing. If I got an A, she'd remind me she was valedictorian. If I bought a dress, she'd talk about how it washed out my skin tone compared to hers. When my partner, David, proposed, her first response wasn't congratulations. It was, "Are you sure you're ready to tie someone down when you still haven't fixed your posture?" The final straw happened 6 months ago at a tasting menu appointment. Eleanor brought her own Tupperware, openly picked at the braised short rib, and then screamed at my future mother-in-law, Susan, because the venue's table linens weren't the exact shade of ivory she wanted. She claimed we chose a dirty off-white specifically to make her skin look sallow. When I quietly told her to leave, she threw a breadstick at David, told me I was an ungrateful mistake, and vowed she wouldn't attend a wedding where she was treated like a background extra instead of the co-star. I didn't send her an invitation. I did, however, hire 2 off-duty police officers as security, giving them a laminated photo of her captioned, "Do not let this woman in. She's an excellent actress." Deep down, I hoped her massive pride would keep her away. I entirely underestimated her dedication to the craft of psychological warfare. The ceremony went beautifully. The reception was in full swing, and David and I were in the middle of cutting our cake. The room was filled with the gentle clinking of champagne glasses when the heavy double doors at the back of the hall didn't just open. They slammed against the drywall. Eleanor stood in the frame, and because the universe loves a glitch, she was wearing a white, floor-length, heavily beaded lace gown. It wasn't just a white dress. It was a straight-up bridal gown from a boutique 3 towns over. She had a rhinestone tiara pinned into her blowout. The room went dead silent. The DJ accidentally cut the music, leaving only the aggressive clack-clack-clack of her stilettos as she marched down the center aisle. She bypassed the security guards by literally sprinting past them, weaving through tables like an Olympic fullback. Before anyone could tackle her, she snatched a microphone right out of the DJ's hand. She gave it 2 sharp taps that echoed like gunshots through the sound system. "Attention, everyone. I just wanted to make a quick toast," she said, switching instantly into the sugary, trembling saintly mother voice she uses whenever she has an audience. I know I wasn't technically invited today. My daughter has always had a very difficult time sharing the spotlight. Ever since she was born 3 weeks late and ruined my body and my chance at a partnership at the firm. But I am the bigger person. She locked eyes with me, her smile tight and terrifying. "I am here today to say, in front of God and all your little friends, that I forgive you, Maya. I forgive you for shutting your own mother out of your life. I forgive you for the years of emotional neglect. And I give you my blessing anyway. Because that's what a real mother does. She absorbs the abuse of her children and smiles." She raised her glass of smuggled in Pinot Grigio, took a sip, and paused, clearly waiting for a standing ovation. Instead, my maid of honor, Sarah, God bless her, loudly coughed and said, "Ma'am, this is a Wendy's." That broke the spell. The security guards finally reached the stage. When the larger guard gripped her elbow, the saintly mask shattered into a million pieces. Eleanor dropped the microphone, and the resulting feedback shrieked through the speakers, making everyone cover their ears. "Get your hands off me, you ape!" she screamed. She lunged forward, trying to grab a handful of our wedding cake to throw at me. As the guards began dragging her backward, she lost her absolute mind. She started kicking her legs like a toddler thrown into a car seat, shrieking that I was an elder abuser, that David was a gold digger marrying me for her family legacy, my dad is a retired mailman, and that we would both rot in hell. It took both guards to carry her out horizontally. It's been a week. My phone has been a toxic wasteland of texts from her side of the family. My Aunt Cheryl called me heartless and a monster for letting a strange man handle my mother so roughly that she bruised her ankle. Eleanor herself sent a 2-word email, detailing the cost of the ruined lace dress, and demanding I pay her back for the therapy she now needs. But honestly, looking at the video Sarah took of Eleanor's tiara slipping over her eyes, while she was carried out like an unruly rug, I don't feel a single shred of guilt. I'm changing my number tomorrow, blocking every relative who shares her DNA, and enjoying our honeymoon in Hawaii, free at last.